Welcome to the 15th episode of Gary's English Learning Center.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
It has, yeah. Well, you've been so busy. I've been quite busy myself.
Not exactly, because to tell you the truth, I've been to Gary's home a couple of days before.
That's right, yeah.
Last week, to be exact.
Nice trip,
yeah. And what were we doing?
Well, we went to plant some trees, didn't we? Yeah. Plant some native trees.
Yeah.
On my brother's tree project in Moiwo.
Which was quite a strange experience for me, because I'm an urban person and I've never done anything like this before.
No, I couldn't believe you said you'd never been hiking even.
No. But the first thing is that I never planted a tree before that.
But I must say, you did really well. I mean, considering that, you would never have known that you had never done that kind of thing before.
Yeah. My question is, will I be able to find those trees in 10 years? 10 years from now, I mean.
It might be difficult because all those trees would have grown up by then. So it would be quite difficult. Yeah.
Because there is a Chinese idiom which says to plant a tree, you need 10 years. To plant a person, you need 100 years.
I've heard that one, yeah.
You heard that one?
I have.
So Gary's Chinese is very good.
Well, I've been around that, you know.
Yeah. So what would you have for our viewers today?
The viewers today. So in the last program, which was a while ago, we asked the viewers, we had a bit of technical trouble with that program, what they would like in the future, because I'm not quite sure what you really like, you know, what kind of level I should be pitching the program at, really. So give you some samples, really. So we'll start today by doing some topics. Then we'll have some songs and some situations, language to use in different situations, some idioms, some phrasal verbs, and vocabulary enhancement, or improving the vocabulary, really, and syntax, which is the word order. Yeah. So this show today, I've chosen what I think is a fundamental topic, really, very important.
How fundamental?
It's essential, you know, because it's about health.
Health. Okay.
Nothing, you know, health, wealth, and happiness. Yeah. Health is number one, really.
Yeah, sure. Without health, what is the use of your wealth?
Yeah, and zero health is death. Yeah. So it is fundamental.
Yeah, so
essential, really.
What will be your advice or suggestions for our viewers to improve our health?
Well, it is, you know, is my major, like your major is English literature. My major actually is nutrition. Yeah. So I thought I'd like to share my knowledge here. We got when we go to the PowerPoint that I made up, really, to guide us, really. Yeah. Because, well, I've really done this really because I have lots of friends and family who've been affected by all kinds of things like immune deficiency syndromes and cancer, and relatives who died of cancer, you know, not much older than I am, you know. And they try to look after their health, you know, and colleagues and friends, you know, who are suffering, you know.
I mean, so it is so sad that in our age, you will find people around you suffering from disease or things that anxiety and things like that.
Well, the anxiety and stress,
and they go away one by one.
That's right. Yeah, the anxiety and stress is definitely not good.
Yeah. I mean, pass away one by one.
Yeah, that's right. And before their time. Yeah. And before they actually pass away, they're in pain, you know. They're suffering, you know, tong fu, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, tong fu, their lives, you know. Yeah. So, but there's usually a reason for these things. There's, you know, there is the stress, but we could come to that another time. But I'm going with the diet, really, and the things that are in our environment, and point out how serious they are, but also give alternatives. Yeah. Because I don't want people to be like Pavlov's dog. Yeah. You know, Pavlov's dog, where he had the dog in, he put the dinner in one corner and gave it electric shock, another corner electric shock, another corner electric shock. In the end, it was just like, I didn't know what to do in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you know that the content of this program is getting more and more difficult.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm trying to keep the level down, sorry. Okay, so let's follow the PowerPoint, because I made the PowerPoint simple. Sure. Okay, this is the next one, Eddie.
Yeah, okay. What will be the next one? And the next one is... tell me
It's natural lifestyle.
Natural lifestyle. This one?
Yep.
Okay. Now you have to do a bit of explanation about this word. It is so important in the modern society.
Natural and non, which is not, of course, toxic, which means poison. The other way of English, the simple English, poison, really. Toxic means poison. So this is a recommended lifestyle for removing the poison from your lifestyle, which will make a big difference.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel a big difference.
Okay, then we go to things that in...
Yeah, we're going to cover today. Yeah, we're going to cover...
What kind of things that will have poison for us? Water, toothpaste, food, body care, and household cleaning.
Yeah. So in your basic...
Now, the first one is about water. You know, this is quite critical thing in Hong Kong, but not too many people actually realize that. The last time when I went to Mui Wo, and you told me that the bay was not that good.
Right, yeah, that's right.
And I don't think too many people in Hong Kong know the reason why it is not so good.
No, it's not just the E. coli. Yeah. It's all the heavy metals and all the other kind
of...
The chemicals as well. The pollutants that are coming down the Pearl River Delta.
Yeah.
And when I first arrived, in Boyo, I used to live for the first 12 years, the sea was beautiful, it's so clean.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But after about 10 years, you got out of the sea and you're all sticky all over. No. Just the feeling was bad.
I wouldn't go to the swim in that kind of water. I mean, I was taken by surprise when I was told about this, because I always thought that the bays the beaches in Mui Wo or Lantau Island were still so good.
They used to be
for swimming.
They used to be
swimming, but they are not anymore.
They used to be, but just in this last 2 decades, it's happened.
Yeah. So, of course, the first thing is that you have to avoid swimming in that kind of poisonous water.
There's not many beaches left in Hong Kong which
affect your skin.
Well, you absorb poison more readily through your skin than you do even by eating it.
Yeah.
Actually, even by eating it, it's more readily absorbed. It bypasses the gut and the intestinal tract, where you have some kind of defense.
The second point is even more critical. It is about the water that we drink.
Yep, that's right. We're going to get onto today. Yeah.
And there is no guarantee that the water, of course, the source of our water is from the the mainland. And actually, if you go to the places around that the water source, they were all polluted. And I can tell you, very, very dirty. By at least on appearance. But actually, if you try to analyze the elements and the components inside water, you will be scared.
You will be frightened. Yeah, you will.
You will be scared.
Researching for this program, I didn't realize quite how bad it was. To be honest, like 80% maybe, but then that extra 20%.
Yeah. The third thing about the water is that we will. Of course, every one of us will eat vegetables, and all these vegetables come from most of them come from the Pearl Delta region, and they were. I can also tell you they are heavily infected with heavy metal.
Yeah, and then it becomes systemic, which means it's
inside
the plant.
Inside the plant. So when you eat the vegetables. The chemicals and the heavy metal will go into your system.
You can't wash it off. That's the point. That's the point. You can't.
Yeah. And the second one is as a surprise, because every day we have to brush our teeth, and then we use toothpaste. And if you check the ingredients on the label, then you'll find everyone will contain fluoride. So would you mind to explain?
Should we go down? Because I've got a bit of a structure here. Really. So I got the water.
I'll go too fast.
Yeah.
Water.
Gong Tai Fai. Then the tap water. See, that Hong Kong's tap water contains excessive amount of heavy metals and inorganic compounds. That's metals due to the pipes. That is, but before it gets to the pipe, they've been treated with chlorine. And chlorine reacts with organic compounds, and they form these THMs, which are cancerous. Yeah. So there's cancer in the water, really, basically.
One question about why do they have to put in the chlorine into the...
Well, that's to stop the bacteria growing.
Oh.
Right.
Some kind of antibacterial...
Yeah, that's right,
chemical. Okay.
But in doing that, this chlorine reacts with the organic compounds that are there and forms these things called THMs, which are cancerous. Trihalomethanes,
Oh, very difficult word.
Yeah, so basically they cause cancer. And there's because when you swim in a swimming pool, which I do, there's chlorine in the swimming pool, and that also affects your testosterone. Now, actually,
here are so many difficult words. Would you mind to read all of them so that I know how to pronounce them?
Right. Studies in adolescents, that's kind of teenagers really, have shown an inverse relationship. So the proportion is opposite kind of thing.
Yeah.
Between serum testosterone is the male testosterone.
Testosterone
is the male hormone.
Yeah. Only you and me got them.
Well, it's becoming less, you know. That's why, because of all these chemicals around, and the amount of time spent in a public swimming pool. So it has an effect on your testosterone level. So what I do is use bamboo soap after I've been swimming, and that takes
what is that?
Bamboo soap.
Bamboo. Yeah.
Bamboo,
yeah. Where can you find them? Find this soap?
In sort of health food shops. I'm not health food. I mean, you know, health store. Stores.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so that's tap water. You know, so like a lot of people, I stopped using the tap water and then had the plastic bottles of water. Because I had to go teaching everywhere, so I had to have some water, you know. And we were told by the food pyramid we needed 8 glasses a day. So I went to the plastic, but then you go to the plastic, and you find out the main thing about plastic is the bisphenol A, and maybe some people have heard about that out there, you know. But I see so many people drinking from it. I think, come on, and that causes it's called endocrine disruption.
Okay.
Which means that your hormones are imbalanced again.
Well, now my question is. If you try to avoid drinking from this plastic vessels, what else? What is your choice? I mean, you gotta.
That's right. So maybe go down here. The endocrine it produces estrogen, actually, the female hormone, which is not good if you're a man, and even if you're a girl. There's 70% of women in Hong Kong have a growth in their uterus.
Yeah.
70% is a really big problem.
Yeah.
And this is one of the main causes, you know. So that's the idea of this program. So we go down.
No, you have to explain.
The US National Toxicology Program, so that's the studying poison, really, NTP, concluded that there is some concern for that's bad effects on the brain, the behavior, and the prostate. That's the male gland, you know, below the penis kind of thing, in fetuses. That's unborn babies, infants and children.
Yeah.
As with all these things.
You will be so scared if you know the truth.
Yeah, so, but I didn't want, and also you find this in lunch boxes.
We got a lot here.
Lunch boxes, you know. And the next one is the styrofoam containers that people have for food. You see it everywhere in Hong Kong. And the next one, so there's a lovely char siu.
Actually, the whole thing is very toxic.
Yeah, but it's packaged in the toxic, and this stuff dissolves. This plastic dissolves. You know? I can't, even from a taste point of view, I can't understand it. We wouldn't drink or eat from plastic because of the taste. Back in the 60s, whatever, you know?
Surely not.
So and here we go. And all these cans, they're either coated with plastic or you're going to get aluminium poisoning.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You got one here.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the one, coconut milk.
Soap, meat, vegetables, meals, juice, fish, beans, meal replacement drinks, fruit.
Yep, so avoid BPA because they're bisphenol A because of the cans are coated in the plastic. That's why.
You mean that inside this can?
Yeah, they're coated in plastic, and I've also heard in a lot of beer cans now as well. Actually, so.
Well, why do they put this thing on the?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, and it's also in pipes. You know, it ends up in the landfill and leaches into the soil, as you were saying. You know, in Guangzhou. You know, in Guangdong, sorry. Yeah. You know, and even in receipts. But so what can we even in your receipts?
Oh,
but anyway, what can we do? So we have an expression in English: prevention is better than cure. Yeah. So like you're saying. So what I do is at home I got a water filter.
Water filter.
You know, this is the cartridge for it. I have a water filter.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like. The water filter is quite simple. It costs about $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But you get the money back. You know, in a few months. The savings from the plastic bottles, for one thing.
How does it function? I mean, you put in the water and then it will fill.
No, the water just goes through here and just goes through this filter.
Yeah.
You have a little tap to turn.
Yeah.
And when you want to use the filtered water, then you just turn it and it just comes through here filtered.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then you can put that water in one of these, in a steel flask.
Yeah.
It should be flask, yeah. It should be as steel as possible, but even this one has, the cap is a little bit plastic, but that's the best you can do. You know, but otherwise than that, it's steel, you know. And that won't poison you, you know. And you can use glass, yeah. Use glass.
Okay.
Glass. Buy things in glass rather than in plastic. And you can drink from China.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
There's the next slide there. Drink from China. Yeah, that's what we call ceramic ware China in English. China
because it came from China.
You came from China, yeah.
Fresh food.
Fresh food, and of course you use lunchbox.
Sure.
And steel lunchbox.
Yeah. Now, what about toothpaste?
Toothpaste, yeah. Toothpaste is a thing. As you were saying, we got next. As you were saying, there's fluoridated toothpaste, and fluoride is a. I'll come on to that. I've got some slides about that. It's a very serious brain poison.
Yeah.
Very serious. You know.
I can read this. If you still believe the myth that fluoride is good for your children and your teeth, think again. There are a vast number of scientific research studies confirming the opposite, that fluoride is a toxin that is extremely detrimental to your body, your brain, and even to your teeth. One of the most active research areas today is fluoride's ability to damage your brain. Recent human studies from China have confirmed the results of previous animal studies. That elevated fluoride exposure led to reduced IQ in children. Cognitive ability is further reduced if your children is deficient in iodine.
And with the crops we eat today, that is true of many people.
But I don't think there is any alternative about this because I check it in the supermarket, and every brand got a fluoride component.
Well, you can. Go to the next thing. You can. This fluoride, going on again, it will affect your hippocampus, which is your memory.
Yeah.
Affect your Purkinje cells. They're in the cerebellum, which is the base of the brain kind of thing. It's your motor function, your movements. It affects your movements. And it also causes these beta amyloid plaques.
Yeah.
I've got some pictures of that coming up, which can cause Alzheimer's disease. And your pineal gland, which is your third eye, your connection to intuition, really. Yeah. It's your intuitive gland. So.
Yeah. But let me spend some time to read the whole thing. Fluoride. Prior to this, more than 30 animal studies produced since 1992 have reported impairment in learning and memory processes among animals treated with fluoride, even at levels as low as 1 ppm part per million. Studies have demonstrated direct toxin effects on brain tissue, including reduction in lipid content, impaired antioxidant defense systems, damage to your hippocampus, damage to your Purkinje cells, increased uptake of aluminium, formation of beta amyloid plaques, the classic brain abnormality in Alzheimer's disease.
老人會自閉。
老人痴呆症啊。Accumulation of fluoride in your pineal gland. Okay. Next one is sodium fluoride.
And the other uses.
Other uses. Rat and cockroach poisons, anesthetics, hypnotics.
And even in the
military nerve gas, sarin. No, this defeats me. So let's leave it to you.
Methylphosphonyl dichloride, hydrogen fluoride, and sodium fluoride. Yeah. If it's difficult to me to say, there must be something wrong with it.
Sure.
That's rule of thumb, as we call. Really. You know, honestly. So if the word is that, next, going to go through Alzheimer's disease here, really. Alzheimer's so you can see here's a healthy neuron and synapse. It's very nice and functional.
This is in our brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we think this will switch on, and then we'll connect to other things.
And all the messages and
the problem is that when you got this disease, when it switch on, it will not transfer the message to
Look what happens when you put fluoride into the mix. Yeah. Look what happens when you put... This is it. The fluoride comes, right? So it blocks all these connections, all the synapses. Yeah. And then these tangles form, and then the nutrients can't arrive, and they actually just die off. Yeah. So the brain just disappears.
So horrible. You see that? Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
So this is what happens in Alzheimer's disease. Yeah. So this is the progression, you know. Yeah. It starts off here and you get the progression of it, but then that's what happens.
I see.
The brain just disappears, really.
I see. What is there a demonstration that after you take in so many fluoride and these chemicals that when they dissect your brain, they will find this?
They would eventually. You know, that takes about 20 years. Okay. The thing is,
consistent intake of that kind of chemical.
See, these poisons are called insidious. Yeah. And we have the blackboard around there. Yeah. But INSIDIOUS, insidious, which means it's a slow and secretive effect.
In Cantonese, it is 潛移默化.
潛移默化. Okay. That's interesting. Raise my vocabulary.
Prevention.
Yeah, prevention. So what can we do? So I have this kind of the filter I showed you, but even that doesn't get rid of the fluoride. The fluoride is the molecules are too small for that kind of filter. So you need something called a reverse osmosis filter. It's getting more expensive to live because that's $3,000. Yeah. And you can use non-fluoride toothpaste. You can find it, Eddie, not in the supermarkets. That's true. You can find it.
If you can't find it in the supermarket, then where can you buy them?
But you have to be careful. You can find. I can get this one in the New Zealand shop. This propolis one in the New Zealand shop, or you can get it in some department stores. You know. Yeah. And there's another one. I can't really got it. A friend of mine bought me this one, Nature's Gate. But these also, because another thing is you have to be careful. You can find non-sodium fluoride, but then you find this other chemical. It's called sodium lauryl sulfate, which is almost as bad as sodium fluoride. Yeah. But you've got to look at the labels very closely. Yeah. And this one actually states sodium lauryl sulfate free.
Now, there's one very interesting question. If there are some people who are who are very conscious about their health, it means that there is a demand for this.
I'm sure there's some people
if there is a demand, why doesn't the supermarket allow that to be bought in there?
Well, one thing is there's not enough of a demand, I think, and the other thing is, well, maybe there's some kind of conspiracy, you know, really, you know. Yeah, because why, you know? And when it comes to the children's toothpaste, they don't just put sodium fluoride, they put acacyphulame, aspartame, they put the whole range of poisons.
Now, some of the viewers may be very skeptical about what we are talking about, but just one hint. If you look into the label, there will be a cautionary advice.
That's right, yeah.
To tell you that the children should not eat this.
Don't swallow it. Just put a tiny bit.
Which means that there is something wrong about the.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, you've got to be a bit suspicious, haven't you, really, you know? Yeah. You should be skeptical. Yeah. And skeptical is healthy, you know. Yeah. So...
Alternative.
So we can use these, but you've got to look carefully at the label. Make sure they're also non-SLS as well as non-fluoride. But you can use this. This is difficult to find. It's neem stem they use in India, a piece of branch from a tree, which is the neem tree.
That is very
too difficult to find. But the next one.
I mean, I talk about this because in ancient China, when there was no toothpaste, they use the same thing to clean their teeth. Yeah.
And if you look at it, it's actually more effective. Yeah. You know, antiseptic, antibiotic, Prevents gum diseases, cavities, and oral odor.
Yeah, I read the remaining sentence. To reap the maximum benefits of neem brick, a small branch of the plant, size of a toothbrush. Break the tough edges of one side of the stick and then brush your teeth with it. It's a pity that you don't have a picture here.
No, sorry, no. But salt. Now, I've been experimenting just using salt. I've been using this stuff, but I spent a couple of weeks, and it's really effective.
How do you do it?
You just dab your toothpaste in the salt and brush.
Okay.
So simple.
So I read the whole thing. Alternative to toothpaste. Salt. Salt is another great natural ingredient for the teeth. It is rich in sodium. This not only cleanses off all dirt from the teeth, but also makes the gums healthier. And if you have a toothache, it is even good for that. If you brush your teeth with salt, then it will rip you off all the bad smell of your mouth too. Just take a teaspoon of salt and gently brush your teeth and gums with it.
And I found it really effective.
Salt and mustard oil. Salt and mustard oil is one of the greatest combinations for whitening your teeth. This is also one of the most awesome natural ways for teeth to be in good condition. Take half a teaspoon of mustard oil and a pinch of salt in a small bowl. Mix them well and then use it to gently brush your teeth. Alternative, lemon. Lemon is a rich source of vitamin C that happens to be excellent for health, teeth, and gums. It is also a very good natural ingredient for the teeth. It has a natural cleansing properties that makes the teeth very clean and healthy. Take a tablespoon of lemon juice and massage your teeth and gums with it. Your mouth will feel fresh after this.
It really does, yeah?
Yeah.
Simple.
Simple lemon.
Simple lemon.
Yeah. I don't even know what this is.
Cloves.
Cloves are used in many dental medicines as a painkiller. Clove oil is also used for oral treatments. Take some clove powder and brush your teeth gently with it. This is great for natural teeth whitening. And if your teeth are too sensitive, or if you have any toothache, then it is good for those reasons too.
I have some here, Eddie.
Okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Very
close.
good.
Put a bit on the lid, you can see.
Yeah.
And if you just rub some of this on your teeth, if you have got a toothache, the pain goes away. No need for the aspirin or Panadol or anything like that.
Again, you can buy it in the local.
Yeah, you can just buy any supermarket, really.
Yeah.
You know, I get this from City
But
Super.
people usually use it for
cooking. Yeah.
For cooking.
Yeah. It's very powerful spice, so you need a bit for cooking. You know?
Yeah.